Shalom and welcome to TGC. In this clip, we're going to view this Muslim, Zakir Hussain, in his debate with Dr. Michael Brown on Monday, claiming Muhammad is God.
And as an Israelite follower of Prophet Muhammad, he is the messenger of the covenant who ended the exile for us. And Dr. Brown, he quoted.
So he claimed, as an Israelite, Muhammad ended the exile for them. Now this is blasphemy. And let's take a look at why. First, we're in Jeremiah chapter 31, starting at verse 10. Hear the word of the Lord, O nations, and declare it in the isles afar off, and say, He who scattered Israel will gather him, and keep him as a shepherd does his flock. For the Lord has redeemed Jacob, and ransomed him from the hand of one stronger than he. Therefore, they shall come and sing in the height of Zion, streaming to the goodness of the Lord. So is he telling us that Muhammad is who scattered Israel? Let's take a look at verse 10 again. Hear the word of the Lord, O nations, and declare it in the isles afar off, and say, He who scattered Israel will gather him. So did Muhammad scatter Israel? Because what we read here in verse 10, the Lord scattered Israel and will gather him. This is complete, utter blasphemy. This is Islam trying to steal the election, the covenant, and the inheritance from Israel, the house of Jacob. For the Lord has redeemed Jacob, we see in verse 11. So Muhammad gathered them, redeemed them, and ended the exile of the Israelites. We just heard it from his own mouth. Zakir Hussain is proclaiming Muhammad is God. This is complete, utter blasphemy. Let's take another look at another verse. We're in James 4. We'll look at verse 12. There is one lawgiver. One lawgiver. So how can Muhammad be a lawgiver? Who is able to save and to destroy. There is one lawgiver who is able to save and to destroy. Do we want to go on a side note and proclaim who this lawgiver is and who he will destroy when he comes and gathers and saves his people? If we know our Bibles, we know that every single nation that our Messiah Jesus fights and destroys when he returns is Islamic today. Now, we'll look at another verse. We are in Hosea chapter 6. And if this Zakir Hussain had any knowledge and understanding of our holy scriptures, he would have never proclaimed what he did. The blasphemy claiming Muhammad is God. We'll start at verse 1. Come and let us return to the Lord, for he has torn and he will heal us. He has stricken, but he will bind us up. verse 2. After 2 days, he will revive us. On the third day, he will raise us up that we may live in his sight. Muhammad did not come after 2 days. Muhammad did not come during the second day. Muhammad's time was in the first day. And on the third day, he will raise us up that we may live in his sight. Do you have any understanding and knowledge of what this is telling us? This is end times prophecy of Messiah Jesus, our Lord and our Savior, the presence of God on earth, will revive us after 2 days, and he will raise us up on the third day that we may live in his sight during his millennium reign. This is shameful. This is blasphemy. This is a lack of knowledge. And this is what we expect from these guys. Do not let them deceive you. Do not let them lie and call them out on their blasphemies. Islam is the antichrist beast system that we see in our holy scriptures, the one true book, the Holy Bible, that tells us of the coming antichrist that Jesus fights and destroys when he returns. I thank you for watching. Like and share the video, and I ask you please help me grow this channel with only a subscription. All my brothers and sisters in Messiah Jesus, continue the race, continue the fight, and may the one true God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, comfort you and bless you. Shalom.